You ready? All right. You know, this dealership picked up Subaru in 1972. We've been around for half a century. My father, who you all know is very ill, still comes to work every day to be with you guys because he loves this place and he loves you. I remember him saying we're this little retailer in Northumberland. We're never gonna get big. To me, we were that little retailer with a lot of fight. And we've come so far because of all of you. The impact that you guys do, not only with each other, but outside in this community, is unbelievable. How you impact people's lives. And it's not me doing it, it's all of you. Well, it's a small community. Everybody knows everybody. I grew up here. I think we have 2 red lights in Northumberland. 2 red lights, maybe 3. How do you go from 84 cars a year to 2,100 last year? How does that happen? How did we do that? I think people think we give our cars away. We're not making any money. We're just doing it to hit a number. That couldn't be farther from the truth.
There is no ladder to success. You gotta take the stairs, and it's hard work. You might be out of breath by the time you get to the top, but you are gonna make it if you're focused.
I wasn't interested in the business growing up. Half the lights didn't work in the showroom. We had a box of keys with no tags on a desk. The one good thing that they did, that I seen, they took care of people. I seen the opportunity for us to grow, and no one wanted to grow. Well, I need to go out and make a living. So I made the choice to go out to Phoenix, Arizona, and got a job for AutoNation.
Being out in Phoenix, I was a general manager of a very large Chrysler Jeep Dodge store. Andy and I went to high school together. My mom called me the one day, and she's like, Andy Long would love to come out and work for you.
Me and Greg, we worked really well together. I made more money in a month in Phoenix than I did all year at our Subaru store. And I remember my dad calling me, I need you to come home. I said, nah, I'm not coming home unless you're gonna listen to me. My heart is at that store. Family business, you care about what goes on, whether you're in it or not. I made a tough decision to come back. We were nobody. No one worried what W&L Subaru was doing over here in Northumberland. First, we needed to get some computers, right? And get some processes in place. Get a finance guy. We didn't have a finance guy. I was doing it.
I love a challenge, and I saw so much potential for this store. I decided to go work for him. It was a culture shock walking into that store there. I mean, coming from a pretty well-oiled machine out in Phoenix, his dad would take a customer and then just handwrite the deal, which is just kind of like blew me away. And that's where I just give Andy and even his dad so much credit, because Andy had a vision. He wanted this store to grow and to be a very successful Subaru store. There's not enough people in Northumberland. We have to expand our footprint. We pick people's cars up for service that live an hour and a half away from us. We send a driver, we drop off a loaner, we bring the car back for service. When the car's done, we take the car back out and bring it back. This is what it takes, so.
That's the service I want to provide to our customers. I want to make it that easy. At the end of the day, that is going to create sales for us.
It's not about the numbers, it's not about the financing. We just let them know that we care about you as a person, and we want you to know that you're taken care of when you come into W&L.
Our goal is never just to sell them one car. Our goal is to make them part of the W&L family, to service their cars, to help them all through their car owning experience. We hit people that drive from New York. They buy car after car after car. That's a relationship.
It's not just the ads, it's the outreach. Hey, Andy, this person needs this. We can brand it with the Subaru Loves to Care and distribute 18 backpacks. And impact from what we do within organizations and charity efforts to why buy a Subaru.
When you give back and you give a part of yourself and you're there to support, it's kind of circular. It comes back. And it's come back to us in a big way. They see the commitment we have in the community and the things that we're doing outside the box. And it just creates, I guess, this avalanche of people that want to do business with you. We had to choose a hometown charity, and I'm like, Greg, this is easy. It's Geisinger. And I think it'd be a great partner for us. And he goes, Andy, you're right. Let's roll with it. And we've been with them ever since.
All children's hospitals rely on their community partners. And W&L Subaru has been among our greatest partners.
So it is. We got, I think, 80 blankets.
I think Andy and his staff at W&L really want to see healing. They really are rooting for our kids.
I really didn't know anything about the Love Promise before I started working at W&L.
Hello, Ella.
What do you think it could be? I saw all the different people that Andy has impacted and the relationships that he has built because of the events that we would do throughout the years. What is that? This is a blanket.
Soft. And she loves soft. She does.
Aww.
Is it cozy?
You like that?
And slowly, I started learning about these Love Promise moments. Andy has a big heart, and he's gonna say yes, and that's the most amazing thing about Andy. He's gonna do everything he can to make it happen.
I met a young boy with progeria named Josiah. If you don't know what progeria is, it's an aging disease where they age typically 10 to 15 years each year they're alive. I remember them coming to a Love Promise event. They pull up in a Ford Ranger single cab. Grandfather gets out. Mom, grandma gets out. 2 other people get out. I was talking to Greg and I said, hey, we're starting to grow. We're making money. We can help this family.
So we're crammed in the truck 2 hours from home, 2 hours back at night, and that's what we did. So we came here, and Andy walked out the door, and he said, is this what you're driving back and forth? You need a car. So he ended up giving us a nice Outback. Josiah was playing Little League back home, and we got a call one day from Children's Miracle Network, and they said, we have an event at the State College Baseball minor league. They said, you think Josiah would want to go? And I asked him, he said, oh yeah.
You know, he loved baseball. I said, well, I love baseball, I'm coming. He had this way about him, I don't even know if I can explain it right, but impactful. Just the confidence he had as a young boy, with all the challenges he had in life. He's fragile.
He passed away. We couldn't pay for all the funeral. And he wrote a check out, paid for the funeral. From that point on, it's like, man, this man is just amazing.
He was special, super special. He impacted my life.
It ignited a fire in Andy that is just bigger than selling cars.
I remember 2013, we weren't that big. And I told Josiah what I really wanted to accomplish. Well, Andy, go do it. What are you waiting on? You can do it. He's like three foot tall, but he had a huge heart. That kid had a huge, huge heart. That child was the catalyst for us to start doing more. And I knew if we could sell more vehicles and grow our business, we could help more. And that's a Love Promise to me.
We just try and say yes most of the time and then navigate impacting not just one person, but a whole community. With Haven Ministries, not many people know that it's a 24/7 operation that needs care all the time.
Here in rural Pennsylvania, nobody realizes how many homeless people there are. At the time, we had 8 rooms and they were in need of remodeling really bad. And they came up with the idea that we should build an addition. And I'm thinking, where are we coming up with $1.2 million? We've sent letters out to different businesses to see if they would be interested in helping us out. And Andy was one of the first to respond, what can I do?
We decided to put them in our Love Promise local charity program. First year, we gave her a check for 51 grand. I thought she was gonna fall over in the parking lot.
I physically want to do this little jiggy dance, but I have to be professional about it. And he said, oh, we got more. It was $72,000. That check is going to go a long, long way.
I remember we were this small little dealer in the country somewhere, and we went to a national conference. We were sitting back in the bleachers, watching on the big screen the retailer of the year. And he's like, boy, don't I wish to be there one day.
But it was hard back then because, there's 641 retailers out there. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt and say we were 580th. This award we're getting, unbelievable. But that doesn't mean we stop. This has created impacts in people's lives. And we've taken a small retailer in Northumberland, PA, to a top 10 retailer in the country. And how we support Geisinger, Haven Ministries. We've done a lot of things, not only for, people outside our walls, but inside our walls. My dad's been there over half a century. He's struggling for sure. Now with dementia. I'm excited to tell him that we're Retailer of the Year, and he'd be so proud, even though he might not say it, because that's not him. It's not him to say, wrap your arms around it and say, oh man, great job. But I know deep down for him, it means the world. Out of 641 retailers, W&L Subaru is the Retailer of the Year. It's pretty nice.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
That's an accomplishment. That's your team in there. Your team. What do you think? Number one. Number one, Dad. I love you. I want a hug. Give me a nice hug.